Hey guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today I'm doing a paid review and this is C19. C19 and it's for Craig Durham. Craig Durham, the author of the book, The Day I Met Bigfoot. That's right, Craig very kindly sent me an autographed copy. Well, actually maybe not an autographed copy, but he sent me a copy. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing Rolex Explorer 1. It's the 39mm and I love it. So let's go. Let's jump straight in. Archie, I need some advice. And since you don't do shit for free, I've sent you $100 US because man cannot live on Google Ads alone. I also like, subscribe, and told my fuckhead friends about all your videos. My name is Craig, and I've wanted a Rolex Submariner ever since I saw Timothy Dalton in License to Kill. Years later, I realized the Sea Dweller was really the one to have. And so I've had my sights set on that for many years now. Fast forward, and now I have a real job and finally have the money to buy one thanks to the recent Trump tax cuts. My buddy Big Ken is also in the market for the Sea Dweller as well. We want to look for a few high-class international businessmen. We both want the watch to keep forever and maybe build a collection around it, but we need some advice from the pontiff before we set off. When it was time to get serious about making the purchase, there was no question about getting the approval from the world's foremost expert international YouTube celebrity extraordinaire, the one and only ArchieLuxury. Currently, we own a bunch of shitters: Burberry, Michael Kors, Bolivar, Movados. I won't even waste the time sending a pic of that shit. Perhaps we are just trying to trick people into thinking we were upper class with those shitters. Although I'm a bit of a future international celebrity myself, and current best-selling author. I also have sent you a free copy of my book, The Day I Met Bigfoot. Ken is a world-traveling diving enthusiast who says he can no longer show up to high-profile diving expeditions with one of those fucking shitters. So my question is, we are both looking for an everyday type of watch for any occasion and are undecided between the Rolex Sea Dweller 16600 pre-ceramic or the Deep Sea 116660. For a good deep sea, they are running about 3 to 5,000 more than the 16600. We both like the look of the biggest deep sea, but also wonder if it's too big for everyday use. We both have a smaller wrist, just less than 7 inches, but that's all that small, if you know what I mean. I assure you there's no problems there. Also, because we plan to keep these watches forever, we do not want to have one that maintains its value as much as possible over time. In case we need to make an emergency, we do not have to have one that maintains its value. Okay, what's your thoughts on long-term value for sea dwellers? And also, do you prefer for everyday wearability and longevity, the 40 or the 43 mils? Thanks, Archie. Keep up the good work. We have seen almost all your videos. I hope you do a video review for me, and please take the $100 and pay some local kids to clean up those fucking weeds in your yard. What the fuck are you doing over there, big boy? Let's go already, you fucker. Get back on the salads, cut up those mints, and get back on the ArchieLuxury weight loss program. We need you around for a long haul. Get off the couch, put down the Crocodile Dundee DVD, cracks open a sugar-free Red Bull, and get those videos out. Oh, and one last thing. We don't want a man on the fucking moon either. I don't have shit. I have shit to do. You think I have time to manually wind that fucking thing all day? Plus, I need a watch that I can get wet in case I can get one of those bitches up late one night in the hot tub. Ken, Craig, and Ken. Wowzers, that's quite a docudrama in itself. That's a script in itself there. So, this is Craig Craig and his friend Ken, and they're asking me, what do I think is the best diver? That's a good question. You've come to the expert. And I've got to tell you, in all honesty, I quite understand your questions. Look, there is no bad Rolex dive watch. Let me give you the drum there. I've gone for the two-tone bluesy. I like a little bit of bling in my life. However, if you are a professional diver, let me tell you this. What would I do? What would I go for? Well, I personally think, I got to be honest with you, what would I go for? Look, I really think, now I've handled all these watches. The 40mm pre-ceramic Submariner, the ceramic 40mm. I've handled the Sea Dwellers. I've handled the Sea Dweller 4000, which was with the ceramic. And I've also handled the Deep Sea, the James Cameron, the Deep Sea as well as the James Cameron. And I got to be completely honest with you. All of those watches are absolutely perfect. They are good, honest dive watches. Which one would I go for? Look, if you are serious divers, I myself, the sweet spot, I personally think 44 mils is too big. They also have the red Sea Dweller at 43 mil. Look, you know, I think that's a great watch. Any of those are superb. A Rolex dive watch is good. Now, let me just say one thing to you guys. Make sure if you're going to be taking these into water, make sure you get the seals checked every 12 months. You do a pressure test, get in touch with a local independent, an old grey-haired guy, because he's not just a battery changer in a shopping mall. Get into an independent who can test the seals to make sure they're all okay every 12 months. What would I buy if I was in your position? Look, I don't think any of those are bad choices. I think two-tone is going to be more delicate. So I think two-tone is more for a show ponies. So personally, if I were you, what would I go for? Look, even if you went for the no-date Submariner, it's a great watch. How many meters deep do you go? Do you really need the added versatility of the Sea Dwellers? I think realistically, the Submariners are fine. Personally, what would I go for out of all those pieces there? I reckon I actually prefer the pre-ceramic. Okay, that's just my opinion. I prefer the pre-ceramic. I think the 40mm pre-ceramic Sea Dweller is an absolute bargain. When they were new, they were more expensive than an equivalent Daytona at the time. They were very expensive. They were one of Rolex's most expensive professional watches. I would be going 40mm. I think you can get one of those 5,000 or 6,000 without box or papers. That's what I'd be going for. 6,000. Yeah, I think 5's pushing it. That's what I'd be going for. I reckon get the 40mm pre-ceramic. I think that's a great watch. It's iconic. That is such a cool diver. And I mean, look, let's be honest there. The ceramic ones, they're getting a little bit show pony. You know, they're kind of for people who just have a lot of money. I reckon I would go pre-ceramic. I think there's a class to it. It shows that you've always had money. It's like turning up, you know, it's just like a classic Mercedes. You don't have to have the latest, greatest. So I think myself, my own view is, I think there's no mistakes there. They are all fantastic. They are all fantastic. What would I go for myself? I'd go pre-ceramic. I'd go pre-ceramic. The 16600 pre-ceramic Sea Dweller I think is perfect. 40 mil. It's a great watch. It's a wonderful piece of kit to have on your wrist. I'd buy one. Yes, I'd love to add one to my collection. I've got the Bluesy, which is probably good enough for the... I don't actually take it in water, but I reckon the Sea Dweller is a very classy piece, very special. That's what I reckon. Go for that. That's what I would go for. I reckon that's probably the nicest piece there. If you didn't go for that, I would say go for a no-date ceramic, because it's just usable. It's 300 meters, and it's 300 meters down. It's not just like a normal company that just tests it very carefully. You know, Rolex rotates it, moves it. That's a proper 300-meter diver. And, you know, in the diving world, most dives are under 50 meters. Most dives are under 50. So, I honestly, if it was me, you're a diving enthusiast, go for the Sea Dweller 40 mil pre-ceramic. I think that's a fantastic watch. There is no bad choices. All those choices there are fantastic. And the best thing about it is I just love the black. It's just a classic design icon. I just love it. Black face, black bezel. It's just a cool piece. So you get this tick of approval. Thank you so much for your support. Any Rolex diver is a very good choice. There are no bad choices there. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. And hopefully we're not going to have a follow-up the day I met Moby Dick. That's right. The day I met Moby Dick. A follow-up to the day I met Bigfoot. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you fuckaroonies think of that. Like, subscribe, and tell your fuckhead friends.